Hello everybody, my name is Aceface. We were previously on an adventure in lowsec, searching for valuable DED sites. Luckily, our Tengu here was actually able to find a very special DED site. Luckily, our Tengu here was actually able to find a very special site, a DED site. It was a DED 5 out of 10 for the Serpentis, and it was the first time I had ever done that site. I've never done a Serpentis 5 out of 10 before. And it went actually really well. This Tengu handled it like an absolute boss, no problem with the tank, and it actually completed the site really quickly. I was really impressed with how well this ship was able to apply the small stuff, and also that we were able to get a decent amount of range on putting range scripts in our missile guidance computers here, allowing our heavy assault missiles to go, I think, like 40 kilometers or something like that. We can check here how far they go. They go very far with those range scripts here, 45 kilometers. So we're able to hit out pretty far, tank a lot, and overall have a very good time with the Covert Ops cloaking device going around in lowsec. So that site that we did, the DED 5 out of 10, it didn't actually provide particularly good loot. In fact, it is the worst loot it provided that any DED 5 out of 10 can give, which is to only drop the overseer personal effects. However, it is still pretty cool doing these anyway, because this is straight up 43 million ISK. It's always a minimum of 43 million ISK you can get from the DED 5 out of 10, because this is a drop that always drops. We also got some bounties. We can check here some of the bounties that we got. 22 million ISK per tick. And then, yeah, that was what we got for the DED site. So we've got some bounties as well. It's not like completely just the loot. And the cool thing is that we did it actually in lowsec. So we had the bounty risk modifier make our bounties even more than they actually would be. So we're going to make our way home and sell our loot. This is the way home. We're going to go home. And I put the safer route because we can actually put a shorter route here that goes through some lowsec systems, but we can actually avoid this lowsec passage if we prefer safer route. So we only have to go through two lowsec systems here. So this is sort of the high risk scenario, or the high risk situation, getting out of lowsec, but it shouldn't be too difficult because we've got a Covert Ops cloaking device on our ship which enables transport in lowsec to be a lot more risk-free than it otherwise would be. The main thing that worries me are people who have got insta-locking or the smart bombs. The smart bombs could get us, but the thing is we do have some HP, not a whole lot though. If we turn off this Multispectrum shield hardener, we have 15k EHP. So that could be able to survive a couple of smart bombs, but I mean, if you have enough smart bombs, we will be able to pop this ship before it's able to get through the gate. Unfortunate, but that's just the way it is. I want to see here, have I been filtering out anomalies? Yes, I have, because I had so many signatures in the previous system, and even today, I can see that there were a lot of signatures in the system. The previous one we were in, there were people scanning all over the place before, and it was making me pretty nervous going into the into the system and doing the DED site, because I could see that just people are scanning all over the place, but it seemed like they are mainly peaceful explorers. But these overseer personal effects that we've got here, the main loot we got from this DED site, they can actually be sold at more optimal places, because you can sell them in Jita and you'll get some cash. But there are certain stations that actually take NPC buy orders, like the NPCs want to buy these from you, and that's the best price you can get from them. So let's see, it says estimated value 43,200,000. So you can see here, we can go in some of these. These seem to be Concords stations, and usually Concords usually have like 555 or something like that, like a specific number of quantity of orders, and then they'll have the most expensive buy order, because no one's going to want to put a buy order for this overseer personal effects that's more than Concord, because they'll sort of be wasting money. Okay, and then we'll go to, let's see, which is the closest one. There's one 2 jumps away in Eleta, so we'll have this as a waypoint. We can optimize the route to make this a bit shorter, so we have it on the way here. So we'll go and sell this in Eleta, because it just makes a lot of sense. We want to sell them in the most valuable location we can. If we go on, there's a website called Eve Appraisal, which you can actually see the price of wares in Jita very quickly. And we can check that out by just, if we go in our inventory, click on the overseer personal effects and do Control C, and then we go here, see what this is worth. So you can see in Jita the buy value is 41 million, and we earn, I mean, it's a very little amount of ISK, but it's still something, 2 million extra ISK by going through these NPC buy orders. So you can always do that, and this is worth more and more the higher tier DED site you do actually. Like if you do a DED 10 out of 10, I believe it's worth a ton of cash you can get from that. Let's see now. You can get the 23rd overseer's personal effects from the DED 10 out of 10s, and this goes for 133 million ISK. So that's a pretty 134. That's a pretty significant amount of ISK you can get, and that's a guaranteed you could always get. A DED 10 out of 10, however, will take a lot longer to do than the DED 5 out of 10. I can imagine if you do enough DED 5 out of 10s in the time it would take to do a DED 10 out of 10, you would have probably earned the ISK back with the overseer personal effects. But the faction modules the DED 10 out of 10s can drop is a different story. They can be really good, really good. They will be much more valuable than the DED 5 out of 10. But it depends. It depends a lot on the RNG. Unfortunately, the RNG wasn't too good for us, but we can always get that. But overseer personal effects is just as a little bait to keep us searching for more. I am, however, pretty surprised by the significant bump in the ISK between DED 4 out of 10 and DED 5 out of 10 when it comes to the overseer personal effects, because the DED 4 out of 10, their overseer personal effects are really bad. They go for like 1 million, then suddenly 41 million? That's a really big jump, like multiplied by 40. Really, really big jump, actually. If you think about it, the best one you can get is 133 million ISK. You go from 1 million, then 40 million, so it seems like this is a pretty nice spot to do these DED sites and get significant amounts of ISK for the overseer personal effects. Next up on our exploration adventure, we will be doing nullsec exploration, and I think we will be going with the same fit. We're going to be going with the Tengu. The only thing I'm a bit worried about are bubbles. Bubbles will probably wreck us. That's going to be a bit annoying if we encounter bubbles. So we'll see how it will go, but we're going to have to probably be vigilant when we're flying around at nullsec. Be a bit careful on the gates. Go maybe to a planet and then descan the gate, check that it's all clear. It will be a bit trickier than lowsec. I actually really liked how it was in lowsec exploring. I might even consider to do more of that instead of directly going to nullsec, because I actually liked it. It felt pretty chill because I didn't have to worry about the bubbles. And the DED 5 out of 10s are pretty good, and you can still get the DED 6 out of 10s. So, I mean, if you think about it, the main benefit of going into nullsec will have the potential of getting the DED 10 out of 10s, as well as having more valuable relic and data sites. But the thing is, we're mainly going for combat exploration, and this Tengu, I doubt it will be able to handle the DED 10 out of 10s. So if I'm thinking of what could be a good way to farm these DED sites, I can make an argument actually that it might be better to just stick to lowsec. What do you guys think? Do you think there is a benefit to go to nullsec? I can definitely see there being a benefit if I bling this ship, but this ship is not a particularly expensive fit. It is 700 million, so it is something. But I mean, we've got Pith X type large shield booster, but then we've got Tech 2 modules here and just a kinetic shield reinforce. It's like nothing crazy we could definitely have a lot more. We could have really good implants, we could have dual multispectrum shield hardeners, better rigs. Could definitely be a lot better than how we've got it now. So I think that there is room to improve if we were to take it to nullsec, but I don't like going around like in multi-billion ISK Tengus. I don't like the idea of that. So I think for cheap Tengus, or relatively cheap Tengus, I mean, we could have this fit be cheap actually, because we were able to tank the site really well. So it definitely could be cheaper, perhaps cheaper on the shield boost module or something like that. But lowsec doesn't seem like too bad of an idea actually to have this ship go and roam around in. I might do that. We'll see. I do like how we've gone first from high sec to lower sec and then null sec, but I sort of fell in love with actually lowsec exploration. It's a lot more. It goes a lot more smoother than I thought it would be. I never really thought about it before because I always thought that lowsec is better. It's more dangerous, lower security status space, so probably going to be better stuff there. But the main thing we're looking for are DED 6 out of 10s and DED 5 out of 10s, and those we can very well find in lowsec. I'm not sure if you can find the DED 6 out of 10s, DED 6 out of 10 in lowsec as a scan. Can you? If we go here, found in, yeah, okay, we can find it. Yep, we can find it actually. If we go in 5 out of 10, we can find it only in, oh, that's an even bigger argument to go for lowsec actually, because let's see now. Oh wait, never mind. These are anomalies. These are not the DED sites. Go here. The unrated complexes, the DED complexes. Okay, so okay, that's quite cool. We can find the DED 6 out of 10 and the 5 out of 10s in lowsec. So this is like almost optimal actually, where we can find these two are the highest levels of DED sites. I probably want to run the Tengu. Perhaps a 7 out of 10, because I have heard the 7 out of 10 DED sites are very good as well. But mainly the 5 and 6 out of 10s. That is actually really cool. I've heard that these 7 out of 10s are really good though. And it seems like you can only find them in nullsec. So that could be a reason. If we would want to focus on the 7 out of 10s, go for nullsec. But otherwise, if you want to stick to the 5 out of 10s and being a more chill style, we could definitely keep to lowsec actually. We'll see. The DED 7 out of 10 seems to be a bit more lengthy. There's a lot of battleships here. You get guaranteed 60 million ISK. Pith C modules. Wait, Pith C? That's not so good. We'd want to have Pith A, like in the 6 out of 10 here. You can see here, Pithum A type. I think it might be medium modules though. But you can get the A type multispectrum shield hardener from the 6 out of 10 Garistis sites, which are really, really valuable. Okay, now we're back in Jita. Let's go dock up and tuck this Tengu in the station. Okay, so here we are, home at last. So the DED hunting seems to have been going really smoothly in lowsec with the Tengu. I'm really happy about it. We might be continuing to do that in the future. Definitely nullsec is an option though. We'll see. We're home at last. Be also sure to sell your overseer personal effects to conquest stations to get maximum profit. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. I'll catch you guys later.